Simba.
And I'm still Sarah. And we are still living with the spirit. And we're still here at the farm.
Yeah,
And
amazingly.
yeah. And it's Wednesday and it's a bit cloudy and it's a gorgeous day. And this week, yes, we have weekly themes with the people who live here. And so we kind of flow with how the people are doing, and emotions tend to travel in groups. So last week was we focused a bit on anger, and this week we are focused on
Fear.
fear.
And fear is a very strong emotion. It's a very influential emotion. And it's an emotion that can make us very susceptible to be controlled by circumstances outside of us and by opinions of others. And I mention this because whenever it comes to personal development, fear is one of the first areas that I particularly like to start with, because it's very hard to do anything if you're very afraid of certain aspects. Certainly, if you're afraid of change. If change makes you afraid, change doesn't feel comfortable, then it will be like a tug of war. You're trying to change something, but you don't want to change at the same time. So there are many different kinds of fears, of course, right? So we're not talking about a rational fear, like that you're actually, a car is about to hit you when you cross the sidewalk. That's danger, right? You're not thinking about that, like, wow, what if this car hits me? Your body will either move or do something else to get away from the danger. We're talking about that sensation when we have a past experience that's infiltrating the presence, making us fearful and think about the worst case scenario, or when we think about the future and we start to get that aroused feeling of our body feeling unsafe. Whereas in this moment right now, you are actually safe. There's nothing that can hurt you. So this feeling is carrying like a heavy energy, a heavy load that comes into our present moment and can take over everything and just scramble us around. And after a while, we don't know what's what, right? So a way to approach it is to do EFT, that we will do today, emotional freedom techniques. And as we tap around these different meridians, and I will guide you through saying some phrases, we can slowly start to approach these areas that we feel afraid of, but using the EFT to calm the nervous system down, to calm the fear scanning part of your brain down, so you can actually start to approach it and see it for what it is. And that can help us to gain some perspective and also see it from a new angle, perspective essentially, right?
So I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna do the tap along with you, and I'm gonna choose something that you told me yesterday, because I'm doing my 40-day juice fast, and one of the detox symptoms that I have is amazing heartburn. That is like, and I've had a lot of heartburn in my life, especially when I was drinking a lot of alcohol, and yeah, I have a lot of heartburn. So I was thinking, because there is a woman, she wrote a book.
Louise Hay, Healing Ailments and Diseases, I think it's called, from A to C. And it has to do with the spiritual, emotional connection to a physical ailment, right? Like what can be the limiting beliefs or the emotions that we carry around that makes the whole nervous system, the endocrine glands, so stressed out that it actually starts to make the body sick from the inside.
So yesterday we looked up the heartburn, and usually there's like a nice explanation, and okay, it's this and this, and the mantra is the this and this, like the opposite, like the solution. And heartburn was
fear, fear, fear,
fear, fear, fear.
And I think he even said, and more fear, or
Yeah,
something like that.
Fear, 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 and more fear.
Yeah,
so
it was.
And I have a lot of heartburn right now, so I'm gonna choose that.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. So that was like just a comment. So
let's choose what you're afraid of that will happen next week.
I don't think it's that.
Okay, anything that might happen. So, jokes aside, find yourself in a comfortable position. Can keep eyes open or closed, whatever you feel is most comfortable for you. And bring to mind, to the best of your capacity, what are you afraid of today? What is making you feel fear? It can be finance, relationship, health, career, education, the world situation, whatever that means. Anything that's making you fearful and not being able to stay in this moment, you start to think about it and do all these what if scenarios, or this has happened in the past and I see it coming now and I have to solve this. I have to do something. Whatever it is that's making you not being able to be present and feel this fear, try to connect to it to the best of your capacity right now. And let's imagine a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the most intense you can feel at any given moment, right? The most uncomfortable that you can feel. And 1 is nothing at all. Which number would you give this fearful sensation right now? How much discomfort is it causing you in this very moment? And then we're gonna close our hands like this, and we're gonna start tapping on the side of the hand. And you can repeat these words after me if it feels okay, either out loud or silently in your head. This intense fear, I really don't like it. Sometimes feels like I can't do anything because I'm too afraid. And I allow myself to feel this emotion now. And it's okay to be afraid. And I accept myself just the way I am. This thing really makes me afraid. What if it happens? What if I could have stopped it? I accept that this is the way I feel. And I accept myself just the way I am. All of these uncomfortable sensations, all of these uncomfortable emotions, it's okay to feel them all now. And it's safe to start to let them go. And we're gonna take 2 fingers up to the inside of your eyebrow. This fear. And then we're gonna come to the side of our eye. A hold of this fear under your eye. I really don't like it. Feels like I have tried everything and I still feel it on their nose. And everyone gives me different advices, an explanation to what this is. But I don't really feel better. I still feel this fear on the chin. It's okay to feel this way. And it's okay to relax my body anyways. On the chest, spread your fingers. I'm safe to feel this fear right here, right now. And I'm safe to relax my body anyways. On the arm. Maybe emotions aren't personal. Maybe we all have them. Maybe they're instinctual by nature. Top of the head. And maybe if they're not personal, maybe I can let them go. Because everyone is not feeling like I am. So maybe there's a way I can just relax into this feeling and gently let it go. Back to the eyebrow. So I'm safe to feel this fear right now. Side of the eye. And I don't have to do anything. I can just allow myself to feel it. Because this is just an emotion, just a feeling. It's not who I am. Under nose. And I'm safe to feel this fear. And I'm safe to let it go. On the chin. And it's okay to accept myself with or without this fear. On the chest. And I'm ready to let go of this fear a little bit now. I don't have to let it go all at once. I can let it go step by step. On the arm. So I release and I gently let this fear go. Top of it. So I can feel good again and move forward in my life. And then we can shake our hands out a little bit, take a few breaths, and then do a little check-in again. How are you feeling now? Which number would you give this fear right now? How much is it affecting you? Any change, going down or going up, is a change. Because once we relax, we can connect more into the sensation of fear. That doesn't mean that we're doing something wrong. That means we're relaxing, actually feeling how much it's affecting us. So sometimes it's a journey of going through the fear, and sometimes simply by looking at the fear, it can start to dissipate. And as you can notice on Sarah, a lot of yawns can come and sighs, and that's usually when the body relaxes, the nervous system, like all the vagus nerve that goes through the 10th cranial nerve that goes through the whole body, through all the major organs connected to the jaw. When the body starts to relax, you can notice yawns and all of the sensations. And that's usually signs of EFT working.
Yeah, it's interesting because I measured the amount of heartburn, and that just decreased radical, like a lot. And yeah, it almost turned into like a pressure instead. Yeah, very interesting.
And we can follow it. This is just a little quick follow along, but if in a session I would follow that too. Okay, so this pressure you're feeling now, let's work with that. And then the next thing and the next thing, and eventually you're just teaching the body how to let it go, how to.
Yeah, that's what I do with you, and you do with others too in the private session. You just go deeper and deeper and deeper and release the energy, and yeah, it's a very, very cool experience. So if you have something that is like quite active, and like, because EFT works really, really good when you have an active emotion and you go straight into it and follow it and see where it takes you. And yeah, that's I've had some pretty amazing experiences.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we would love to share more of this material with you. And you can also drop a comment or write us.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just write us in any forum. You can book a discovery call with us through the website. We are also soon releasing like a online group community thing, emotional freedom community. We will talk about that later, but there's many ways you can work with us online if you cannot come to the farm and you're interested in what we do. So yeah, just drop us a line and we are happy to answer all your questions. And have a wonderful day. And take care, and I'll see you soon.